Hey, hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we will see how we can create threads in Java. Java provides us two ways to create threads. We can create thread by extending a thread class, or we can create thread by implementing a runnable interface. So we will see how we can create threads by using both the methods, what is the best method and what are the differences between both. So let us start by seeing how we can create threads by extending a thread class. So as you can see here, I have a class named dummy thread which extends a thread class. And whenever any class extends thread class, it is mandatory for that class to override a run method. This run method is an abstract method present in the thread class and which is being called whenever any thread starts. So as you can see, this is a primary method. As soon as a thread will start, this method will get called. And how the thread will start? So to start the thread, we need to call one method which is also present in a thread class, and that method is called dot start method. So as soon as we'll call the dot start method, this dot start method internally calls dot run method, which initiates the thread process. So here you can see I have a class dummy thread which extends thread, and it has a constructor which takes one long value, and this long value is nothing but how much time this thread will sleep. So here you can see the implementation of run method. Here I am looping from 1 to 0 to 10, and in each iteration I am printing the current thread name and the count, and then this thread will sleep for the sleep time value. Like for here it is 1000, and you can see the output of the start method. First it will print in current my thread, which is a thread name, and count is 0. Then it will wait for 1 second, and then it will print in current my thread count 1 till 9, because the loop will go for less than 9. So now we will see how we can create thread using runnable interface. Okay, so let us see how we can create thread using runnable interface. So as you can see, the syntax is kind of same. We are overriding the run method, we are providing the name to the thread, we are doing d.start. Yes, everything is same. The difference is that since it is an interface, we have to implement it. So we have the same class dummy thread. This time it implements runnable interface, and it has to provide the definition for .run method, and this is the only method present in this interface. So this interface contains only one method, which is run method. We are doing the same. We have a class dummy thread which has the same constructor which takes one long value. In the run method, I'm looping from 0 to 10, printing the current thread name, printing the count, and then thread.sleep. But here the one difference is that when I'm creating a thread, here I have to provide a wrapper class, which is a thread class. So thread is a wrapper class, and it has a lot of constructor. The one constructor is that which takes a runnable value, which takes a class or object kind of runnable. So here you can see I am passing new dummy thread, and dummy thread is of type runnable because it implements runnable interface. So this new thread will create a thread which has the same definition as dummy thread, and I am setting the name of that thread, which is my thread, and d.start, and we will get the output as in current, which is a thread name, count, and count of the thread. It will wait for 1 second, and then we will get the count 1, count 2 till count 9. Okay, so now we will see what is the difference between thread class and runnable interface. So as we have seen that Java provides us two ways to create thread. One is by extending a thread class, and one is by implementing a runnable interface. But what is the difference between them? So we will see few of the differences between them. First is the syntax. Since it is a class, if we want to create thread using a thread class, we have to extend it. And the second is runnable is an interface, so we can implement it. We have lot of methods in thread class. Like thread class contains run method, start method, set name, get name, add. There are various methods in thread class, same as constructors also. But runnable interface contains only one method, which is run method. And each and every class which extends thread class or runnable interface has to mandatorily override the run method. Then the next difference is whenever any class extends thread class, since Java doesn't allow us to extend multiple classes due to diamond problem, we can't extend any other class. So it is a kind of restriction on the classes if we'll extend a thread class. And this is one of the main reason why it is not a good practice to extend a thread class to create threads. That's why we'll all generally implement runnable method if we want to create a thread. The fourth and final difference is that since thread class contains lot of methods, and it is not necessarily that while creating a thread or while giving the definition of the thread, we need to use all those methods. That's why if we'll extend a class with a thread class, it will get all those methods by inheritance, which will create a heavy signature for that class. So, but if we'll implement a runnable interface, we'll have only one method run, one, which contains only the definition of the thread, like what this thread should do. Then while creating the object or when we have to use it, we'll wrap it around thread and then we'll further process it, rather than extending a thread class and getting all the methods, which will make the signature heavy of that class. So now we'll see which is better. What is better? Whether it's good to implement a runnable interface or extends a thread class. As with the previous discussion about the differences between those, it's always good to use runnable interface rather than using thread class, because runnable interface will not make your class signature heavy and it will allows you to your class to extend new classes or implements new interfaces.